Olivia Miles is 74 points away from WNBA rookie history. Something special is happening in Minnesota, and with only 7 games remaining in the regular season, Olivia Miles is now staring directly at a piece of WNBA history that very few people probably expected her to be chasing this quickly. Caitlin Clark, Simone Augustus, Paige Beckers, those are some massive names. Those are players who put together some of the greatest rookie scoring seasons this league has ever seen. And now, Olivia Miles has officially entered that conversation. Miles has reached 696 total points during her rookie season, moving past Paige Beckers, who scored 692 during her 2025 rookie campaign. That puts Miles third all-time. Third! And she is not finished. Simone Augustus is sitting in second place with 744 points. Caitlin Clark owns the WNBA rookie scoring record with 769. And here is where this starts getting crazy. Olivia Miles is only 73 points away from tying Caitlin Clark and 74 points away from passing her. With 7 games remaining on Minnesota's schedule, she needs to average roughly 10.6 points per game to finish with at least 770 and become the highest scoring rookie in WNBA history. Think about that for a second. A player averaging nearly 20 points per game this season only needs about 11 per night the rest of the way to make history. That is not some impossible chase. That is right there. And if Miles is healthy enough to play those games following the ankle injury she suffered against Golden State, one of the WNBA's biggest rookie records could legitimately fall. So today, we need to talk about what Olivia Miles has already accomplished, how she passed Paige Beckers, why passing Simone Augustus appears extremely realistic, what it would mean to overtake Caitlin Clark, and why this rookie season is starting to become much bigger than simply winning Rookie of the Year. Because Olivia Miles isn't just having a great rookie season anymore, she is having a historic one. Olivia Miles just passed Paige Beckers. Let's start with the milestone she just reached. Paige Beckers finished her 2025 rookie season with 692 points. That total put Beckers third all-time among WNBA rookies, behind only Simone Augustus and Caitlin Clark. Think about how impressive Beckers' season was. She averaged 19.2 points per game. She became Rookie of the Year. She had a 44-point performance. She immediately established herself as one of the league's premier young guards. And her 692 points looked like another benchmark future rookies would have to chase. Olivia Miles just passed it. Miles scored 20 points in Minnesota's 77-66 victory over Golden State, bringing her season total to 696. And she did it efficiently. 8 of 10 from the field, 3 made three-pointers, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks. That is what makes this so impressive. This wasn't somebody chucking shots simply to chase a scoring record. Miles was controlling the entire game. She was scoring efficiently, she was creating for teammates, she was rebounding, she was making defensive plays. She was doing exactly what she has done throughout this rookie season, and now the numbers are starting to place her alongside historic company. Paige Beckers passed. Next up, Simone Augustus. Simone Augustus could be next. This is where the story becomes even more meaningful for Minnesota. Simone Augustus scored 744 points as a rookie in 2006. She did it in only 34 games, and she did it for the Minnesota Lynx. So if Olivia Miles passes Augustus, she isn't simply moving into second place in league history. She would also be passing one of the greatest players in the history of her own franchise. That would be a pretty remarkable full-circle moment. Augustus averaged 21.9 points per game during that rookie season. She immediately became Minnesota's franchise cornerstone and ultimately helped establish the championship culture that the Lynx became known for. Now, 20 years later, another Minnesota rookie is approaching that scoring mark. Miles currently sits at 696. To pass Augustus, she needs 49 more points. 49 over 7 games. That is only 7 points per game. If Miles stays healthy, she could potentially pass Augustus relatively quickly. At her current scoring pace, she might not need all 7 games. And once that happens, there will only be one name remaining: Caitlin Clark. The Caitlin Clark record is actually within reach. Caitlin Clark scored 769 points during her rookie season in 2024. That became the WNBA rookie record. Clark averaged 19.2 points per game, while also producing one of the greatest passing seasons we have ever seen from a first-year player. The scoring number became another piece of a historic rookie campaign. And now, Olivia Miles is closing in. Miles has 696. Clark finished with 769. That's a difference of 73 to tie. Miles needs 74 to take the record outright. 7 games, 74 points. That comes out to roughly 10.6 points per game. Now compare that requirement to what Miles has actually been doing. She is currently averaging 19.9 points per game. That means she does not need to maintain her normal scoring average to break the record. She could see her scoring production nearly cut in half and still have a legitimate chance. If she averages 11 points over 7 games, that's 77 points. She finishes at 773. Record broken. If she averages 15 points, that's another 105. She finishes at 801. If she somehow maintains her season average around 20 points, we could be talking about a final rookie scoring total that doesn't just break Clark's record, it could blow past it. That is how significant these final 7 games could become. But now there is one major question: the ankle. Of course, there is an important complication. Miles left Minnesota's win over Golden State after injuring her left ankle. She stepped on Napheesa Collier's foot during the 4th quarter and remained on the floor for several minutes before eventually making her way to the bench. She briefly received treatment and later returned to the bench, but she did not return to the game. Afterward, Cheryl Reeves said there was no immediate update. That changes the conversation, because the biggest question right now is no longer simply, can Olivia Miles break the record? It is, will she have enough opportunities to do it? If Miles misses 1 game, the math changes. Instead of 74 points over 7 games, she would need 74 over 6. That is about 12.3 per game. Still very realistic. If she misses 2, now you're talking about roughly 14.8 points per game over 5 games. Still within her normal scoring range. 3 games? Now she would need 18.5 per game over 4. Possible, but suddenly much more difficult. That is why her health now becomes one of the biggest stories to watch. And Minnesota has absolutely no reason to jeopardize the postseason simply for an individual record. The Lynx have championship goals. If Miles needs rest, she should rest. If the medical staff wants to be cautious, they should be cautious. The rookie scoring record is exciting. A championship is more important. But if the ankle injury turns out to be minor, then this chase becomes fascinating. Why Miles' rookie season has been so special. The thing that makes Olivia Miles' season different is that she was never supposed to be just a scorer. Coming into the league, everybody knew about the passing, the vision, the feel, the creativity, her ability to control tempo. That was the calling card. Miles was supposed to be the type of guard who made everybody around her better, and she has done that. But the scoring has exploded too. That is what has elevated her rookie season into another category. Because if you can give Minnesota 19 or 20 points while still functioning as a high-level creator, defenses have a serious problem. You can't simply play for the pass. You can't go underneath every screen. You can't assume she's going to defer to Napheesa Collier or Kayla McBride every possession. Miles can punish you herself. She can get downhill. She can make shots. She can operate in transition. She can attack mismatches. And then when the defense finally commits 2 defenders to her, she finds somebody else. That combination has made her incredibly difficult to scheme against. And she's doing this on a contender. This is another part of the story that deserves attention. Olivia Miles isn't putting these numbers up on a team playing meaningless basketball. She is doing this for one of the best teams in the league. Minnesota entered this stretch as the WNBA's top team and has already secured a playoff berth. That means every possession matters. Miles is learning how to produce while playing alongside established veterans and championship-caliber talent. That is different from being handed unlimited possessions on a rebuilding team. You have to understand when to attack, when to defer, when to run the offense through Collier, when to find McBride, when to push the pace, when to slow it down. And despite being a rookie, Miles has consistently shown the maturity to handle those responsibilities. Cheryl Reeve has talked about that maturity. Kayla McBride has talked about it, and you can see it on the floor. Miles doesn't look overwhelmed. She looks comfortable. There are moments where she looks like she's been playing WNBA basketball for years. The list she's chasing is incredible. Let's put these names into perspective. Number 1, Caitlin Clark, 769 points. Number 2, Simone Augustus, 744. Number 3, Olivia Miles, 696 and counting. Number 4, Paige Beckers, 692. That's the neighborhood Miles has entered, and those aren't random players. Clark arrived as one of the biggest basketball prospects ever and immediately changed the visibility of the league. Augustus became a Hall of Fame-level player and Minnesota Lynx legend. Beckers was the number 1 pick and Rookie of the Year, and Olivia Miles is sitting right there with them. That tells you exactly what kind of season we're witnessing. Can she actually get to number 1? Let's break down the scenarios. She needs 74 points. If she plays all 7 games, about 10.6 per game. If she plays 6, about 12.3. 5 games, 14.8. 4 games, 18.5. That last one would require Miles to essentially maintain her normal scoring production, but anything above 4 available games keeps the record within realistic reach, and that's why the ankle situation is so important. If she receives good news and is available for most of the remaining schedule, Caitlin Clark's record is officially in danger. Not theoretical danger, real danger. There should not be pressure to force it. Now, here's something I don't want to see. I don't want Minnesota turning this into some obvious record chase. Miles should not suddenly be taking 25 shots a game simply because people are talking about 769. That isn't how this should work. The beauty of the chase is that she can reach the record naturally. She doesn't need to force anything. She's already averaging almost 20. Keep playing basketball. Keep running the offense. Keep taking the shots that are there. Keep making the right pass. If the points come, they come. And if Minnesota reaches the last game of the season and she needs 8 or 9 points, okay, then maybe you start thinking about it. But until then, play to win, because that is what made Miles' season impressive in the first place. What would the record mean? If Olivia Miles becomes the highest-scoring rookie in WNBA history, the significance goes beyond simply moving one number above another. It changes the way we remember this season. We would no longer say, Olivia Miles had one of the best rookie seasons of 2026. We would say, Olivia Miles had one of the greatest rookie seasons in WNBA history. That distinction matters. And it would also establish her immediately as one of the league's biggest young stars. Because this isn't some players suddenly getting hot during the last 2 weeks. This has been sustained production, 30-plus games of it, against every type of defense, while helping a championship contender. That is the resume. And this could only be the beginning. The scary thing for the rest of the league, Miles is a rookie. Think about what that means. She is going to get stronger. She is going to understand WNBA defenses better. She is going to become even more comfortable operating the pick and roll. She is going to learn exactly how teams are trying to guard her. She is going to become more familiar with her teammates. And if the shooting continues developing, then we may be looking at one of the league's most complete guards for years to come. That might actually be more important than the record itself. Records are milestones. The development behind the record is what Minnesota should be excited about. The Lynx may have found their next franchise guard. Minnesota already has Napheesa Collier. They already have championship expectations. They already have an established culture. And now they may have landed the young guard capable of carrying that culture into the next generation. That is what makes this season potentially franchise-altering. Miles isn't just helping Minnesota win now, she could become one of the faces of the organization moving forward. And there is something almost poetic about potentially passing Simone Augustus while wearing a Lynx uniform. One Minnesota legend established the standard, now another young star may be chasing it. The final 7 games just became must-watch basketball. Every game matters now. Start the counter at 696. 49 more points to move past Augustus, 73 to tie Clark, 74 to own the record. Every bucket moves her closer. A 20-point game? Now she needs 54. Another 20? Now it's 34. One big scoring night can completely change the timeline. And if Miles gets healthy and strings together a few performances like the ones we have already seen from her this season, we could reach the final week with history sitting right in front of her. Olivia Miles has already accomplished something special. She has passed Paige Beckers, 696 rookie points, third most in WNBA history. Only Simone Augustus and Caitlin Clark remain. Augustus is sitting at 744. Clark owns the record at 769, and Olivia Miles needs only 74 more points to stand alone at number 1. 7 games, roughly 10.6 points per game if she plays them all. For a rookie currently averaging almost 20 points per game, that is absolutely within reach. But first, we have to see what happens with the ankle. Her health comes before the record. Minnesota's championship pursuit comes before the record. But if Miles is okay, this could become one of the most exciting individual storylines of the final weeks of the WNBA regular season. Because we may not simply be watching an outstanding rookie anymore. We may be watching the highest-scoring rookie season in the history of the WNBA. And just imagine this scenario. Final game of the regular season. Olivia Miles enters the night sitting just a few points behind Caitlin Clark. Every shot becomes bigger. Every trip to the free throw line matters. Every basket moves history closer. That would be must-watch basketball. So let me know what you think in the comments. Will Olivia Miles break Caitlin Clark's rookie scoring record? And after what Miles has accomplished this season, are we already looking at the next superstar point guard in the WNBA? Because Olivia Miles is 74 points away from history, and the countdown starts now. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.